Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Sergeant Nicole G. And we are going to talk about the news coverage that has gone out about that. And we're just going to kind of run through everything. It has become a topic. There are senators that have mentioned this. It has been put out by people in Congress. And there's a lot to kind of go through when you're talking about the coverage. If you missed it, the story was mainly on Fox. And headline, family forced to pay to ship body of Marine killed after Pentagon policy change. Egregious injustice. That's the headline. And it gets even worse because you find out it's $60,000. And Sergeant G was one of those lost at the airport. It's infuriating. Do you know what's more infuriating? It never happened. That didn't occur. The Marines apparently reached out to Fox once the story went out. And it was altered. The article was altered. And then they just deleted it with no explanation. But the news had already gone out. A Fox News spokesperson said, "The now unpublished story has been addressed internally, and we sincerely apologize to the G family." Now, there is there's a little bit of a basis for the story, but not really. The sergeant's mother-in-law apparently met with a representative and was talking about the policies. Now, if you've never seen a military policy, just understand they're books and they're complicated. I want to say this is like 50 pages long, something like that. They're not exactly clear. And she was expressing her concern about that. And somehow this changed everything. Somehow that turned into this story that went out. Fox, during one of the alterations of the article, just attributed everything to this representative. The policy in question has to do with remains that are going to a second location. And the way that works, if I understand it correctly, again, the policies are confusing, but the family would come out of pocket and then the military would pay them back. But even that didn't happen in this case, because a nonprofit called Remember Our Fallen stepped in before the reimbursement process even started. That's what the reporting says. This story went out. It provoked outrage everywhere. And it doesn't really look like any of it's true. It looks like the general premise of the article was less than accurate. And that leads to a larger issue. I would address this to the Marine Corps Commandant, but, since we don't actually have one because of Senator Tuberville, who, incidentally, is one of the people who, at time of filming, still has this on his Twitter, you have to wonder how that impacted morale. Imagine you're a Marine and you don't know how bizarre this story sounds. You're new. And you think your family's going to have to come up with $60,000 to get you returned. That's not exactly the image that I think the Marines want. It might be time to limit the access that outlets that are less than accurate have to your Marines. Marine Corps spokespeople contacted Fox, according to all the reporting, repeatedly, trying to inform them that this is not what happened. And they didn't really get anywhere at first. And then once the heat got enough, Fox just deleted the article, unpublished it. There was probably a lot of damage already done by that point. So if you saw this, if it angered you, understand that was probably the point. But it didn't happen. It never occurred. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.